Went on third downs early in the season. Now you guys are doing some different things on third downs and maybe give us some different looks on
right,
third
but
downs.
I think his primary role at that point was coming on longer downs, and I think that's where he'll work back into. Again, like any injured player, we're going to be slow, be cautious, be patient, but try to get him back on there as soon as we can.
When you look at South Carolina, what is it that bothers you or concerns you the most about what they do offensively?
Well, I think the quarterback is outstanding, and he extends plays, meaning that I don't necessarily think he scrambles to scramble. He scrambles to find a better position to throw the ball, and that's what makes him dangerous. He's really great at extending plays. And then obviously, I think their running back presents a problem in that I think he's got outstanding feet, and he can actually enter the line of scrimmage and all of a sudden pop back out of the line of scrimmage. So putting an edge on the defense with our ends, I think, is a big concern.
How much does it help when you guys are facing running quarterbacks to this point in terms of being disciplined in their rush lanes?
Well, I think it's about every week we're facing it, so it is. So I think the fine line is holding your points, but yet getting pressure on your quarterback. That's a fine line. You can't just tell them to sit there and hold your points on the quarterback because you want to pressure the quarterback. So, just the balance of finding that line to pressure the quarterback and yet keep him in the pocket and make him be a quarterback.
With him, is it just the fact that, as you mentioned, he keeps his eyes down the field? That would you rather have a guy that when he tucks it, he's tucking it, as opposed to, like you said, making himself more available to throw a ball?
Yeah, well, I think that makes him more dangerous. And he has the ability, he throws it anywhere when he's on the run. He'll throw it across the field, down the field. So I think that's what makes it, a little dangerous that, especially when you don't have a lot of eyes on him, you're concerned where he's going.
You talked about the challenge of a mobile quarterback. Are there times when you guys can do everything right or almost everything right, and a mobile quarterback can still work around that?
No question. Again, that's going back to that fine line I was just talking about. If you're leaning on that 300-pound man trying to stay on your point, the quarterback takes off. It's hard to get off that 300 because you're just leaning. So it's that fine line. Blind pressure the quarterback and maintaining what we call our points.
How much more difficult does South Carolina do what he does, but he seemed to play a little bit more in the past couple of weeks, obviously, because of some depth problems and things.
Yeah.
How's he done?
Well, I think he's an example of one of those young men that when an opportunity arises, sees it. And, so because of some injuries, he's able to work in there, and he's actually been improving, and his attitude's outstanding. So just keep working.
Thank you.
Coach, I just want to ask about Corey. Is this coming off a bye week? Is this when you can kind of maybe expand his role a little bit? It seems like I'm sure he's been just trying to play catch up since he came back.
He has, and we just want to keep force feeding him as much as he can. So he has. We put him in some different situations other than maybe passing situations. So trying to bring him along as far as we can.
And just how important, I know you talk about discipline in your rush lanes. How important is that this week against Sean?
It's huge. What I was mentioning earlier is it's a fine line because you want to apply pressure to the quarterback. You have to maintain those points. So
especially against this guy.
This guy outstanding, extends plays. That's what's a little scary. He's not really pulling down to run for a few yards. He's pulling down to get a better launch point. Yeah, he's got his eyes downfield. So that's obviously a point of emphasis.
Thank you.